What's up everyone, welcome back. Today is Sunday, August 23rd. Typically I film my Saturday long runs, but this week I just wasn't feeling very great yesterday. I woke up with a really bad headache. It was actually 2 days in a row of waking up with a headache, which was kind of weird. I think I'm just not sleeping enough. Yesterday just went out, no camera, no phone, no music, no nothing, and just was planning on going maybe 5 or 6 miles. Didn't even take any water or nutrition and ended up going 13.5 miles because once I started running, I actually just felt really good. That probably would have been a funny video, but didn't take my camera yesterday. This week has just been kind of like a chill week, just really trying to rebound from the really tough run I had last weekend, which was my last video, which you guys have hopefully seen, a 20 miler where I just crashed and burned at the end, and it was just really tough run. So just been trying to bounce back from that this week, 5-6 miles a day. And then yesterday 13.5, so right now I'm at 47 miles, I think. And with the new way Strava's doing their thing, it's buried right now. 43.3 miles this week. So I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna shoot for 10 today. The last month and a half or so, I've just been building a little bit, 40 miles, 50, 50, something like that. So this week, gonna push it just a little bit farther and do probably shoot for 53 for the week if I do 10 today. I was really missing out on the Burning River 100 yesterday. As you guys know, I was thinking about maybe doing that race, but wisely decided not to. But my friends John and Majel did it, and congrats to both of you, finishing in under 24 hours. Awesome. I heard it was a really hot day. So yeah, I'm still looking at maybe a couple weeks, maybe after this week, thinking about taking maybe a slight rest week, maybe shooting for 40 miles or something, and then building into a solo 50 miler. Then a couple weeks later, building into a solo 100 miler. That is the plan right now. Using my Polar Grit today because it connects to my Stride Pod, and I think I'm gonna take my Vihos out again. These are my second pair of Altra Vihos. I really like these a lot. They're one of Altra's cheapest shoes. I think they're only $100, and they're just a really no-nonsense trainer, a full rubber outsole. So they're a little bit heavier, a little bit stiffer, firmer, but just a really good solid trainer that lasts for a long time. My first pair of Vihos were navy blue. Took those for a couple hundred miles, really liked them a lot. So just busted these out recently. I think this is my third run with them. So let's get going. So good run today, 10 miles, and wanted to kind of come back and just kind of sit here for a second and go over my training plan, how it's been the last couple of weeks, and kind of what I expect it to look like over the next who knows, 2 months or so maybe. So we're going to jump into Strava right now. This is my training log right here. And if you're not following me on Strava, go ahead and click the link below this video and follow along. You can see all of this every single day. This past week was pretty solid. I've been upping my daily weekly runs to 6 miles instead of 5. 5 has been pretty much the go-to distance over the last couple weeks, pretty much hitting 5 miles a day every weekday, but this week pushed it up to 6. Entered the weekend with 29 miles, and yesterday hit 13, and then today 10. So finished the week with 53.45 miles, and I'm feeling pretty good about that. I think next week I'm gonna take maybe 1 week a little bit of, not like a rest week, but just a little tiny bit lower, to just plan for jumping into the next couple weeks of training. So we can pop over to my training peaks. My goal would be to shoot for October 17th or the 24th to do my 100 miler, and maybe like the Friday. So probably like start it on a Friday morning, early morning. So maybe the 16th or the 23rd. But those 2 weekends right in there. So I'm gonna just tag here. I'm just gonna put in here 100 miler. We're gonna trail running, select distance, ultra. So we're gonna look at that. So maybe October 16th. Say that, and then let's go back 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks and put a 50 miler. So that means that 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks from now I need to be hitting my 50 miler. I've got 1 week starting on Monday the 24th, where I can do kind of like a rest week or just pull it back just a little bit, and then 2 weeks of real hard training, and then the week of the 14th maybe pull it back just a little bit during the week, hit that 50 miler on the 18th, and then give myself 3 weeks of solid build up into the 100, and maybe only 2 weeks, maybe taper for 2 weeks. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that, but that's what I'm looking at. And the reason why I wanted to pick the 16th is because if I'm not feeling ready, I should be able to push it to the 23rd. And also if it's like really bad weather or something going on, and I want to just push it a little bit, I have that option. I want to stay away from the weekend of the 29th and 30th, just because it's Halloween weekend, and there's a 100 miler going on that weekend anyway that I know some of my friends are going to be going to that might be able to help crew. And if you guys are interested in like crewing or pacing or anything like that, definitely let me know. That would be really fun. As far as where I'm thinking of doing this, I'm thinking of doing the 100 miler at Chain of Lakes State Park. I'd really love to go up there and do it on the actual IT 100 course. I think that would be really fun. 50 miler would be great to do up there as well, just to get some more experience on that course, because I've paced out there and volunteered and ran it a few times, but I don't know the course like very well. I'll definitely probably use Gaia GPS, and then a couple of my watches, the Chronos Vertex and the Polar Grit, also have very simple mapping functions, but by then we might have some new watches out, so I don't know, but I'll be able to have the mapping function on my watch as well, which would be great. So that's what we're looking at. Like this is the plan. I'm gonna build for a couple more weeks, hit a solo 50, and then build real hard for a couple more weeks, solo 100, targeting October 16th and 17th. That is the plan. And then, so just to give you a little bit of an insight into kind of like what my fitness is looking like right now, we're gonna pop open this performance management chart, and we can see that this down here, the lowest point was like middle of December, and then I built really hard all the way up until beginning of March, and then that's when like coronavirus started and everything, so pulled back just a little bit, and then pretty much since then just have been maintaining just a real solid kind of fitness level right here in the 60s. Haven't really been pushing too hard over the last couple of weeks, but as you can see here, about 3 weeks ago, I did start pushing a little bit harder. You can see this yellow line is the training stress balance, and that's been coming down. So that means that I am training harder. The acute training load's going up. That means I'm training harder. And then the chronic training load, which is your fitness level, that is trending up. And the more of these hard weekends I can put in, like back-to-back long runs on the weekends, start upping my daily runs during the week just a little bit more, like just adding a mile or two here and there, just continuing to build. This is gonna look really good. And hopefully, I don't know if I can raise this 30 points and get to that like magical 100, which I'm talking about chronic training load. Like when you're building for a race, you really want to build up to right around 100. That's when you are pretty much like, that's when you're race ready. So I don't know if I'll be able to get to that magical 100 chronic training load in the next 7 weeks, because I don't want to be pushing harder in that last week. I want to be tapering down. 7 weeks to get 31 more chronic training load points. I don't know, we're gonna see. It's kind of like a game. It is very possible to average 4 points a week, and then pushing a little bit harder. Like, I think adding in a 50 miler in there, I think it's possible. I think this might be the first year in the last couple years that I've actually been able to hit that magic 100 chronic training load leading into a big race. But anyway, that's the plan. That's what I'm going to be training for over the next 7 to 8 weeks. And hopefully you guys stick around and join me on my live streams on Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. That's just a really fun time where we all get to hang out. Recently, there's been a lot of people coming, showing up, asking questions, anything from like coaching advice to training advice, running, all that sort of stuff. Really fun times. So come join us Tuesday nights at 9, and then make sure you're subscribed to this channel so you can follow along over the next 7 to 8 weeks as we train for this solo 100 miler. I'm really excited about this. I'm really pumped. Like, I feel like this year has been just kind of like weird. I'm at a point where I think that this is a good goal. It's a good target. I've got enough time and I can really build into it and be smart and hopefully really pull off something really special. And it would just mean the world to me if you followed along and joined me on this journey. It's going to be a fun one. So with that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.